Baby Friendly Hospital Initiative. The Baby Friendly Hospital Initiative was launched in 1991 by UNICEF and the World Health Organization. It has served as a motivating force for maternity facilities around the world to implement policies and practices that support breastfeeding. The Baby Friendly Hospital initiative seeks to provide mothers and babies with a good start for breastfeeding, increasing the likelihood that babies will be breastfed exclusively for the first 6 months and then given appropriate complementary foods while breastfeeding continues for 2 years or beyond. The Baby Friendly Hospital Initiative, also known as Baby Friendly Initiative, a maternity facility can be designated baby friendly when it does not accept free or low cost breast milk substitute, feeding bottles, or tests and has implemented 10 specific steps to support successful breastfeeding. The initiative is a global effort to implement practices that protect, promote, and support breastfeeding. Since its launching, BFHI has grown with more than 152 countries around the world implementing the initiative. The adoption of the Innocenti Declaration on Breastfeeding Promotion in 1990, the World Health Organization and UNICEF launched in 1991. In India, it was launched in 1992. BFHA is a global movement spearheaded by WHO and UNICEF that aims to give every baby the best startup in life by creating a healthcare environment where breastfeeding is the norm. Maternity wards and hospital applying the principles in the joint statement are being designated baby friendly to call public attention to their support for a sound environment. The joint WHO and UNICEF statement on breastfeeding and maternity services has become the centerpiece of BFHI. Key dates in the history of breastfeeding and baby friendly hospital initiative. 1979 joint WHO and UNICEF meeting on infant and young child feeding. 1981 adoption of the International Code of Marketing of Breast Milk Substitutes. 1989 protecting, promoting, and supporting breastfeeding, the special role of maternity services, a joint WHO and UNICEF statement, Convention on the Right of the Child. In 1990, Innocenti Declaration, World Summit for Children. 1991, launching of Baby Friendly Hospital Initiative. 2000, WHO expert consultation of HIV and infant feeding. 2001, WHO consultation on the optimal duration of exclusive breastfeeding. 2002, endorsement of the global strategy for infant and young child feeding by the WHA. 2005, Innocenti Declaration 2005. In 2007, revision of BFHI documents. Aim of Baby Friendly Hospital Initiative at improving the care of pregnant women, mothers, and newborns at health facilities that provide maternity services for protecting, promoting, and supporting breastfeeding in accordance with the International Code of Marketing of Breast Milk and Substitutes. Goal of the Baby Friendly Hospital Initiative to transform hospital and maternity facilities through implementation of the 10 steps to end the practice of distribution of free and low cost supplies of breast milk substitute to maternity wards and hospital. 10 steps to successful breastfeeding. First one, have a written breastfeeding policy that is routinely communicated to all healthcare staff. Second step, train all healthcare staff in skill necessary to implement this policy. Third step, inform all pregnant women about the benefits and management of breastfeeding. Fourth, help mothers initiate breastfeeding within half an hour of birth. This step is now interpreted as place babies in skin to skin contact with their mothers immediately following birth for at least an hour. Encourage mothers to recognize when their babies are ready to breastfeed and offer help if needed. Fifth, show mothers how to breastfeed and how to maintain lactation even if they should be separated from their infants. Sixth, give newborn infant no food or drink other than breast milk unless medically indicated. 7. Practice roaming in. Allow mothers and infant to remain together 24 hours a day. 8. Encourage breastfeeding on demand. 9. Give no artificial teats or pacifiers to breastfeeding infants. 10th, foster the establishment of breastfeeding support groups and refer mothers to them on discharge from the hospital or clinic. Have a written breastfeeding policy that is routinely communicated to all healthcare staff. Policy requires a course of action and provide guidance. It helps to establish consistent care of mothers and babies and provides a standard that can be evaluated. It should be written in the most common languages understood by patient and staff and available to all staff caring for mothers and babies. Posted or displayed in the areas where mothers and babies are cared for. Train healthcare staff in skills necessary to implement this policy. The healthcare staff should get practical training to implement 10 steps of breastfeeding. They should be taught to skill needed to assist the nursing mothers for expression of breast milk, correct position and attachment of during breastfeeding, and the areas which they need knowledge, advantages of breastfeeding, risk for artificial feeding, mechanism of lactation and suckling, how to help mothers initiate and sustain breastfeeding, how to assess a breastfeed, how to resolve breastfeeding difficulties, hospital breastfeeding policies and practices, focus on changing negative attitude which set up barriers, inform all pregnant women about the benefit of breastfeeding. During the antenatal period, mothers should be informed and educated about the advantages of breastfeeding for both mother and baby. The problems like retracted or small or cracked nipples should be managed during antenatal period. Antenatal education should include benefits of breastfeeding, early initiation, importance of roaming in, importance of feeding on demand, importance of exclusive breastfeeding, how to assure enough breast milk, risk of artificial feeding and use of bottles and pacifers, basic facts on HIV, prevention of mother to child transmission of HIV, voluntary testing and counseling for HIV and infant feeding counseling for HIV positive women. Antenatal education should not be include group education on formula preparation. Help mothers initiate breastfeeding within a half hour of birth. Establish mother baby bonding soon after delivery and encourage all mothers to initiate breastfeeding within half an hour of birth. Mothers should be advised not to administer pre-lactate feeds. New interpretation of September 4th in the revised BFHA global criteria in 2007 place babies in skin to skin contact with their mothers immediately after following birth for at least an hour. Encourage mothers to recognize when their babies are ready to breastfeed and offer help if needed. Show mothers how to breastfeed and how to maintain lactation even if they should be separated from their infants. Mothers should be taught the art of breastfeeding, including position and technique of feeding. They should be taught the correct technique of expression of breast milk manually or with the help of breast pump in order to maintain adequate lactation, supply and demand. Milk removal stimulates milk production. The amount of breast milk removed at each feed determines the rate of milk production in the next few hours. Milk removal must be continued during separation to maintain supply. Give newborn infant no food or drink other than breast milk unless medically indicated. No prelactal feeds should be given to the newborn. Only breastfeeding should be given. In case breast milk is not available, supplementary feeding is given. Medically indicated. There are rare exceptions during which the infant may require other bowls or food in addition to or in place of breast milk. The feeding program of these babies should be determined by qualified health professional on an individual basis. Impact of routine formula supplementation, increased frequency or effectiveness of suckling, decreased amount of milk removed from the breast, delayed milk production or reduced milk supply. Some infants have difficulty attaching to breast if formula is given by bottle. Acceptable medical reasons for use of breast milk substitutes. Infant conditions. Infant who should not receive breast milk or any other milk except specialized formula. Classic galactosemia, maple syrup urine disease, very low birth weight infants less than 1500 gram, very preterm infant less than 32-week gestational age, newborn infants at risk of hypoglycemia. In maternal condition base, mother who may need to avoid BF prementally, HIV infection, severe illness, other maternal medications using like sedative psychotherapeutic drugs, radioactive iodine 130T. Practice roaming in, allow mothers and infant to remain together 24 hours a day. Keeping mother and newborn together promotes bonding between mother and baby and also help in timely initiation of breastfeeding. A hospital arrangement where a mother and baby pair stay in the room day and night, allowing unlimited contact between mother and infant. It reduces cost, required minimal equipments, require no additional persons, reduce infection, help establish and maintain breastfeeding, facilitates the bonding process, encourage breastfeeding on demand. Mothers should breastfeed the babies whenever they are hungry and not according to clock, with no restrictions on the length or frequency of feeds. Encouraging leads to earlier passage of meconium, lower maximal weight loss, breast milk flow established sooner, larger volume of milk initiated on day 3rd, less incidence of jaundice. Give no artificial teats or pessafaries to the baby. Pessafaries should not be given to babies due to the risk of infection and non-nutritive sucking. Expressed breast milk or any other medically indicated fluid should be administered through cautery or spoon or pallida but not feeding bottle. Alternative to artificial teats are cup, spoon, dropper, and syringe. Foster the establishment of breastfeeding support groups and refer mothers to them on discharge from the hospital or clinic. Women breastfeeding support group should be established in the community for promotion of breastfeeding. Follow up support for all breastfeeding mothers is necessary after they are discharged from the hospital. The key to the best breastfeeding practices is continued day to day support for the breastfeeding mother within her home and community. Other purpose of baby friendly hospital initiative: improved antenatal care, mother friendly delivery services, sterilized institutional support of immunization, diarrhea management, promotion of healthy growth and good nutrition, widespread availability and adoption of family planning.